looking for a great way to get more vegetables into your daily diet? Do you rush out the door with a packed lunch that's missing vegetables? Or do you come home in the evening tired, hungry, pressed for time, you want dinner, but you don't manage to get the vegetables on the table? Well, I've got some tips that can help you get more vegetables into your diet and have more delicious and satisfying meals. If you've read my book, The Garden of Eating, you know my motto is shop ahead, chop ahead, and cook ahead. So you always have healthy food on hand when hunger strikes. So yes, you could hard boil a dozen eggs on the weekend, bake, broil, roast, or grill extra fish, chicken, meat, so you have them on hand for easy breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals. But what about the salad? If you've ever tossed a salad with vinaigrette and then you go back the next day, it's watery, it's wilted, and it's just not very appealing to eat. Well, I've got a tip for you. My friend Dawn shared this recipe with me, and I call it the everlasting salad. It's a salad that you can toss on Sunday, and you could even serve it Monday and Tuesday. And you can make it midweek anytime you want. The great thing about the salad is you can prepare it once and then serve it 2 or 3 days in a row, and it will still maintain a really crisp texture, really delicious flavor. And the secret for that, I'll walk you through right now. What you need to do is start with 6 to 8 cups of sliced romaine or green leaf lettuce. You want a very firm lettuce that will hold its structure really well. So I take the lettuce apart from the head, I wash each leaf, spin it dry, pat it dry, and then you can thinly slice it or cut it into bite-sized pieces. So after you have your 6 to 8 cups of chopped lettuce, and I have 8 cups here, what you need is roughly 3 cups of additional mix-ins to add color, flavor, and nutrition. What I have here is a half a cup of chopped green onion. Instead of green onion, if you like, you can use 1 small red onion, actually half of the red onion, very thinly sliced. Also, what I have is 2 grated carrots, and when I grate the carrot, what I do is I actually use the smallest hole on the grater, like this. And I like to use this small hole on the grater so the carrot pieces are more fine and they spread more evenly throughout the salad, like this. When you're grating, it works best to have the grater pressing on a firm surface. And then you can press firmly with the carrot. It takes less effort and you'll get the carrots grated much more quickly. Then you can take a bench scraper like this and scrape up the grated carrots. You'll need roughly 1/2 to 2/3 of a cup of thinly sliced red radish. If you don't like radish, you can leave it out or substitute something else, maybe jicama or some other vegetable that's nice and crunchy. Today, I'm adding 1/2 a cup of chopped black olives and 1/2 a cup of raisins. If you've never put olives and raisins in the same salad, you're in for a treat. It's really nice to have that burst of sweetness and then a little salty, briny flavor from the olives. And these are just some suggestions for vegetables you can add. There are a lot of different options. For the cucumber, we're going to add cucumber today, and I'm going to show you how to seed it and slice it. I've taken 1/2 of an English cucumber, and I've already peeled it. Let me show you the next step to making cucumbers more digestible. I've shared this with so many people who didn't like cucumbers because they found them hard to digest, maybe they made them burpy. So the secret is you peel the cucumber, then after you've peeled it, you cut it in half like this, lengthwise. Then you take a teaspoon and scoop out the seed center like this. It might seem like a really small thing to do, and it might be something you'd think of just skipping if you're pressed for time, but it makes such a huge difference in terms of flavor and digestion. What you're doing is you're taking out the indigestible part of the cucumber and the part that's most likely to cause digestive distress. Now we can thinly slice the cucumber. You can cut it in thin half-moon slices like this, or if you want more delicate pieces, which I like, you can cut each cucumber half in quarters like this and then slice. The great thing about making the vegetables in really small pieces is then you don't absolutely have to have a fork and knife when you're eating, and it makes it so much easier in a packed lunch because you don't need as many utensils. Now, if you have a bench scraper like this, you can easily scoop up the vegetables, get them off the board. and then you won't leave a trail of vegetables on the floor. So the next part is assembly. This is the easiest part. We're going to take a large mixing bowl like this. We're going to add our lettuce. Now we'll add our onions, our carrots, and depending on the carrots and their size, you might need 2 carrots, you might need 3. Again, the recipe is very flexible and you can adjust it to your taste and what you have on hand. Now for the olives and the raisins. And we'll add our cucumbers. The next step is to toss the salad with oil. You'll need about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, at most 4 tablespoons. Toss the olive oil over the salad and then mix your salad. You'll probably have to get your hands in here to get it really evenly mixed. But the key is to really coat the lettuce well. And you don't want to crush the lettuce, but you do want to mix it enough so the oil thoroughly coats all the pieces. That will keep them from discoloring, and that will help them stay fresh in the fridge. The oil will keep the air off that would normally oxidize the vegetables and make them wilt. What we have here is a very colorful, very tasty salad. If you like salt and pepper, if you like vinegar or lemon juice, you could add them to individual portions at the table. So if you're packing it in a lunch, you can pack your portion in a covered bowl, and then you could pack half of a lemon or half of a lime, or put a little bit of vinegar in a little bottle, and then add that at the table. So here we have this lovely, everlasting salad, ready to serve and ready to serve you 2 or 3 days in a row for easy and delicious packed lunches or a delicious side dish for dinner.